What's going on, everybody? You're tuning into Floridian Rollo. Once again, I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Hello to the mods and members in the chat room. Be respectful. And if you want to support the platform, it's pinned to the top. If you want to support your super chat, super chat to support the stream or hit the membership, whatever the case may be, I will shout you out as I do the live stream. All right, so we're going to get to Nubreed is the evil snob. That's right. Now, this guy is so wicked, y'all. So wicked, so disrespectful. We know he's been bought and paid for. We know he sold his soul a long time ago. What he's doing is trying to act like he's dealing with people, conversating with people. It's all paid. He's not caring about the people. He don't care about your soul because he sold his soul a long time ago. He is from the seed of Edom, the black devil. And what he's trying to do is project. Now, me personally, I don't think that whatever he claimed he got this situated, this fits, it's not matching up. If you ask me, it's not matching up. Something is off about this character. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it.
Trump ushering martial law in America.
Trump is not ushering martial law in America. That's a lie. You got a lot of these people pushing this fear. It's not only him. Let's go.
Now, before people start saying that I'm being conspiratorial, just for questioning whether or not he's bringing in martial law, I want you to listen to all the evidence that I'm about to present. All right. Listen to what Trump.
Then I tell y'all, he's going to go right back to the doom and gloom. He's right back at the doom and gloom talk, y'all. Let's continue.
Has been saying. All right. This is crazy. When I tell y'all we in them last days, we in them days. When I tell y'all we in those times, it's time to prepare. I was talking about this earlier in the broadcast, that it ain't no time to be playing games. It is no time to play games. The time we in right.
If you're moving right with Christ, then why are you telling the people it's not time to play games? What are you talking about? If you're moving with Christ and the Heavenly Father, did not the scripture say, be not in fear, for these things must pass? This guy don't have a spirit. He don't have a soul, y'all. He's an evildoer. I'm just calling him an evil snob for context. He's an evildoer. He's not of the Most High. He's not of the Most High, y'all. Let's go.
Right now is to give your life to the Most High. I'm telling you. All right, what happened here? Why did my design disappear like that? There we go. Now, Trump said something that was rather alarming, y'all. Now, Trump says that dangerous cities should be military training grounds. Military training grounds.
How is that dangerous? We're going to find out if Trump said that. How is that dangerous? Trump wants to get rid of sin. You don't think that these people know that if sin and lawlessness continue, that it erodes not only this country, it erodes the whole world? This guy wants this country gone so bad, yet he's still in that Section 8 voucher place by his lady who got the Section 8 voucher. He act like he cares about the people in a concern. Yet he lives in a community in Section 8 voucher that he can't stand. This racist Nubreed lives in a predominantly quote-unquote white community in the Section 8 voucher, yet it's acting like he's concerned about the everyday person in these cities. Well, first and foremost, these cities needs to be removed the sin. The Lord says he's in control of good and evil. I, the Lord, is in control of all things. There's nothing you could do about it, evil doer, evil snob. You are basically on this planet for us to expose you for who you are and who you align with, and who your father is not of God, is of Satan. You projecting. You pushing fear, doom, and gloom because I knew you was going to do it. And it came to fruition, not even less than 24 hours. We know how you Edomites roll. We have very high-end discernment. This person wants to see the righteous people locked up. He's upset that the people that is evil is getting locked up and is going into these prisons. Then the Most High say he's going to lock up the evil ones in the last days. He's going to lock up anybody that's evil, that's moving incorrectly. Those are the majority of the people that's getting apprehended. And you know you done messed up. And then somebody called you out and you kowtow that you didn't want to talk about a specific group. Let's continue, y'all.
Now, I want y'all to hear this.
Federal forces are on the streets of Memphis as the Trump administration ramps up its focus on crime in Democratic-led cities.
I see the guns and badges in this room. You are unleashed. The handcuffs that you're carrying, they're not on you anymore. They're on the criminals.
Attorney General Pam Bondi and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth visiting some 200 federal law enforcement officers that have arrived in Memphis. The president had already sent thousands of National Guard troops to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.
Whether it's the southwest border, whether it was Los Angeles, whether it's Washington, D.C., our department is proud to stand shoulder to shoulder right next to law enforcement while you do your job.
Memphis had the highest violent crime rate in the nation last year, according to data compiled by the FBI, though local leaders insist that crime is down this year.
It's not something that I asked for. It's not something that I thought is the best way to reduce crime.
And
all these silly for rabbits mayors or governors or whatever they are saying the same lie. If crime was down so bad, then why would the troops be sent there? And this criminal, evildoer, wants to see continuing sin in these places. Most High say otherwise. Let's continue.
after a politically charged speech to military leaders this week,
we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military.
the president posting the National Guard.
See, Trump said that, and people cannot dissect what he said. He basically saying these dangerous cities, we could use these militaries to infiltrate these criminals, these thugs, remove them so that the community could be safe. He doesn't want the community to be safe. He's using this as Trump being racist. No, Trump is not racist. You are racist. Let's continue.
Is now in place in Portland, Oregon. Two defense officials tell NBC News those troops are currently processing and training before they start their mission. Oregon's governor, a Democrat, says the planned deployment could cost taxpayers $10 million over the next 60 days. The state's attorney general and the city of Portland are suing the Trump administration, arguing it's illegal for the military to take part in domestic law enforcement.
The justification for their presence in our cities is either a misunderstanding or a lie.
The federal government now filing its own lawsuit alleging 4 Oregon counties have not cooperated with immigration agents. Willie?
All right, Gabe, thanks very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch this.
This goes to show you that, like Ringo said, he's a liberal. We already know he's a leftist. This proves it even further he's a leftist. Let's continue.
Today Show every morning on NBC.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard was rather daunting. That's troubling. You know, there's been a series of events that has transpired over the last couple of days that we definitely got to discuss. Number one, FBI agent Kash Patel just pulled his support for the ADL. Now, why does that matter? The ADL recently put Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA on the extremist hate group list.
It was on there. It's no longer on there. Let's continue. Watch what happens.
They put a whole dossier out online, which I still have the records, by the way. I still have the records, but they removed it because the FBI disassociated themselves, and Elon Musk, along with other strong right-wing conservatives, put the press on the ADL, and ultimately white supremacy bogarted them, right?
Here we go with this white supremacy nonsense. I told y'all a long time ago that this dude was a pro-black racist. A while back, he's a pro-black racist. This is a pro-black racist rhetoric, y'all, with the BHI, as Ringo will call them, the Black Hebrew Israelites. Let's go.
Now, why is this a problem? Why is this problematic? Some may be asking. Well, when you're placed on the ADL list as a hate group, as an extremist group, that protects the marginalized group of people that they are targeting. Because now you have FBI surveilling these individuals. And now the FBI has said, you know what? No, we're gonna let them do what they're gonna do. They're not a hate group, right? Now, the only people who don't have a hate crime bill is whom? The exact same people that these individuals have a problem and an issue with. Allegedly.
Now he's saying allegedly. This guy's so confused. This guy's so confused, y'all. He's speaking confusion talk. Listen, y'all. Watch.
Now, why is this a problem? Why is this problematic? Some may be asking. Well, when you're placed on the ADL list as a hate group, as an extremist group, that protects the marginalized group of people that they are targeting. Because now you have FBI surveilling these individuals. And now the FBI has said, you know what? No, we're gonna let them do what they're gonna do. They're not a hate group, right? Now, the only people who don't have a hate crime bill is whom? The exact same people that these individuals have a problem and an issue with, allegedly.
This dude don't know how to have a conversation. Listen, to everyone tuning in, once again, shout out to the members, shout out to the mods, and appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure everybody's being respectful in the chat. I appreciate the mods that's in the building. Corey, Daryl, what's going on, fellas? what's happening. So this guy wants to incite everybody to go at each other's throat. The dude cannot get no rest. The dude was celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. I exposed that already. This demon that we're listening to, what he wants to see is righteous people locked up in jail. He doesn't like the fact that people that's getting locked up or being investigated are in sin. Because if you move correctly, you're not going to have military issues, police issues, or any violations. The only people that go through this is the people that's not moving correctly and that promote sins, downward sin, secretly or overtly show it. This guy is working for the same people that he say he can't stand. He sold his soul to the highest bidder. Now, when he was at this quote unquote barbershop, which you're about to see real soon, because I didn't play this part, I got to the part when he was showing himself at the barbershop or hair salon. More like the hair salon / barbershop. And he was asking questions. Now, the dude act like he got all hair all around. Something about that middle ain't making sense. It's not your average braided type hair, y'all. I'm telling you. And you could tell this person has no soul because when the person speaks, it's not the person that's speaking, it's what taking over the person that is speaking. This dude been gone a long time ago. We met this person. We know what we're talking about, y'all. Let's go.
Now I want you to think about the only people who don't have a hate crime bill. So instead of surveilling these groypers, instead of surveilling these various chats, these private chats and these groups
that he's part of, y'all deserve the glory. Have receipts of this guy in private chat groups. They've been trying to recruit me. I have receipts of them having my phone number because he put my phone number, Brainwave's phone number, and more likely Ringo's phone number in this group chat and try to have different people call the cell phone. It's this character here. And this character here got Brainwave's Cash App gone. This evildoer right here have Brainwaves lost a lot of support because majority of Brainwave supporters have Cash App. That's not to say he don't get support in Venmo or PayPal. Yet the majority of his supporters deal with Cash App. He got one of my Cash Apps hacked. I got it back. Yet for whatever reason, Brainwaves can't get his Cash App back. And that's not right. This guy is a thief, y'all. He's trying to play like he's for the people. This guy's a thief. He doesn't do anything for no community. And so the only reason why I could come up with him recording, being at this hair salon / barber, is to try to act like in front of Ringo and Brainwaves. He can't fool me either that he has people around him. Those people didn't really want to talk to him. And he got them on camera too. It's a lot of things about this character that we're going to get into. I just need y'all to double tap the like button on your way in. Know that Nubreed Global Truth is a nuisance. He's an evildoer. He's a snob. And he's a full-blown racist. 100% full-blown racist. He doesn't like any other culture. He don't even like so-called black people. That's on point. All he's doing is pushing doom and gloom. The Most High told us not to push doom and gloom. The solution is to get right with Christ, to the Heavenly Father, and may you have salvation so that you could be protected and sealed. And none of this stuff will affect you. Even do all this stuff that's going on the planet, some of you are doing very well for yourself. Some of you are handling your business privately with Christ and God. You're doing what you're supposed to do as a man, as a woman. You're handling your business. Some of you are to yourself. Some of you, like myself, is in a relationship with another woman or a woman with another man. Some of you are married. Some of you have kids. Some of you are on your way having children. And you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not allowing certain things to get in the way of your relationship with Christ and God. This guy has lost a lot of support because he's not moving correctly. And he's upset with what Ringo gets support-wise. He's upset with Brainwaves, what he gets support-wise. And you know he's definitely upset with me because he see my channel growing. And you have these black losers who cannot conversate with the audience like we can. We kind of have similar audience. It's just that Ringo have a more reach and Brainwaves have a more reach because they put in a lot of work. My reach is getting stronger too as time goes on. We have the most intelligent people being on chat. Now you have these entities and deities, they'll be here soon. When I get into the other content, right now they're trying to behave. Yeah, we know how far that's going to be. Let's continue, y'all. Let's go.
Now they've been pretty much green lit because nobody's watching them, right? So I wanted to put that out there. Nobody is watching these people.
What?
And that's extremely problematic. Now I want to show you Cash.
What are you talking about? Like Russell Westbrook's talking point. What? What are you talking about?
Tell what he said, because to add insult to injury, they're talking about using military as training grounds. Now, we're going to be going to scriptures. We got to go to scriptures today. This one's going to be very eye-opening. You're going to know exactly where we're at in prophecy. I want y'all to definitely tap in, right?
This
Definitely
guy's getting
tap in.
boring.
Now, I want to go somewhere with it.
This guy's getting boring. Hold on. Let me get to the part I want y'all to hear. Let's get to the part. I think it's here. All right, let's get to the part. Here we go.
He was disrespecting Martin Luther King.
You're right.
Hold on. You know what I mean?
You can do that.
But when Charlie Kirk was living, he was disrespecting Martin Luther King.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As you can see, we had the Nubreed Global Truth channel playing in the background.
we don't.
Yep, he was surely disrespecting him, man.
I mean, see, I didn't even know Charlie Kirk until after he died, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't know about him.
Most of our people did not know about Kirk until after he died. And listen, barbershop talk is important. And it's because you can really truly see what's going on. Our people didn't know Charlie Kirk until after he died. So what happened? What is the brainwashing technique that got so many people caping, losing their emotions, becoming radical and extreme after his death? See, I wouldn't even talk about Charlie Kirk if I wasn't an educator. So, you know, I used it after Charlie Kirk passed. I used that as an opportunity to really inform our people so they won't fall into that matrix.
What? What he talking about? What?
Because after what happened to Charlie Kirk by the hands of one of his own people, our people's ears was wide open for like what is really happening. Because there's another awakening happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's another awakening taking place. So the brainwashing techniques that they put on our people, who are really, there's people crying for Kirk that are usins. He didn't really benefit our community at all. He didn't benefit our community.
You see the racist remarks that this guy's pushing? Yet this guy lives in a white community in Section 8 voucher by the same government he claimed he hates, yet got his lady a Section 8 voucher. Let's continue, y'all. Let's go.
But anyway, I want y'all to hear this conversation. Thank you. Let me read this super chat first. We're going to cook. Perseverance Chameleon says, I'm from the UK. The immigration problem is being used like a Trojan horse to bring in DIDs. The elders are mostly sheep. EDL is funded by as more for right groups.
You notice he didn't want to say the actual name. This dude is a coward. He's an evil snob. He's a coward. He's ringing around the caller. Yeah, he put the information on the screen. He didn't dare say their name. He won't ever talk ish about them. Let's continue.
Wow. That's interesting right there. And see, that's what they do. That's interesting. But let's continue here.
I seen some videos, seen him talking, but I didn't know, who he was.
Right.
So it was just like another dude out there just talking stuff. That's all.
Yeah. That's true.
And
you notice he got all that girly thing going on? You notice he got all that girly stuff going on, y'all? That's on his head. Pay attention.
And now on social media, look at them, Caucasian over here. You think he bad? Wait till what's his dude's name?
He got the pink on. He got the pink butterfly thing going on. I mean, it is what it is. It's plain as day. We don't have to get into it. You already know what time it is. Put a 2 in the chat if you saw it. I could rewind it back. Put a 2 in the chat if you saw it, where he put his whatever he got going on. Yeah, he got these 2 pink things on whatever he got going on. Put a 2 in the chat. Let me rewind it back and show y'all again. Let's get to the part where you see it.
As more for right groups. Wow. That's interesting right there. And see, that's what they do. That's interesting. But let's continue here.
I seen some videos, seen him talking, but I didn't know, who he was.
Right.
So it was just like another dude out there just talking stuff. That's all.
Yeah. That's true.
And and now on social media, look at them, Caucasian over here. You think he bad?
Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Telling you, this guy is telling you what's going on. I mean, it is what it is. Come on out. Come on out with it.
Wait till
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? I mean, come on out with it. You've been saying some suspicious things that's not true about Ringo and Brainwaves reveals what you are about. More than likely. Come on out already. It's 2025. Come on now.
Dude name. I tell you, what, everybody said they waiting on some other dude that you thought he was bad. And
Marlo? Oh, yeah.
Marlo.
Yeah.
That's something. Wait for Marlo.
It's coming back out.
Yeah. It's like, who is Marlo?
Right.
Don't nobody know who Marlo is.
Right.
I don't even know you.
We still on that right now. We try to find out who he is. I guess he's gonna be on the same type wave that he is.
As far as who funded what and did this, hey, listen. When it comes to that, what's going on with them people? Hey, we already seen what happened with that ADL law. All of these people, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna stay out of that because guess what? They let white supremacy win.
Did you hear he cowered out? He cowered out, y'all. That's what I wanted y'all to hear. He cowered out. He said he's not going to talk about them. So if Ringo's listening, he probably is in the clouds. Or he'll probably listen to it in due time. He admitted he ain't going to talk about it. We know he's watching Ringo's platform. We know he's watching Brainwaves and myself. He's watching me right now as we speak. He ain't got nothing else going on with his life. Nothing going on. The dude just literally exposed himself. He said, I'm not going to talk about these individuals, even though he's down with a certain group that's on that list. He's deflecting. The dude is a coward. He's bought and paid for. You can't take him serious, y'all. He was so happy, them same people, when Charlie Kick, his name was on the list, and the Christians was on our list. He was so happy when they did that. And he's pissed off that they took it off. He's pissed off with them about it. Look at it again, y'all. Look at his tonality. Tells you about how much of a coward he is.
That's true.
And and now on social media, look at them. Caucasians over there, you think he bad? Wait till what's his dude's name? I tell you, what, everybody said they waiting on some other dude that you thought he was bad. And
Marlo? Oh, yeah.
Marlo.
Yeah.
That's something. Wait for Marlo.
It's coming back out.
Yeah. It's like, who is Marlo?
Right.
Don't nobody know who Marlo is.
Right.
I don't even know you.
We still on that right now. We try to find out who he is. I guess he's gonna be on the same type wave that he is.
As far as who funded what and did this, hey, listen. When it comes to that, what's going on with them people? Hey, we already seen what happened with that ADL law. All of these people, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna stay out of that because guess what? They let white supremacy win. When they took down putting them people on that list, they let them win. So, hey, just for the record. But anyway, let's continue.
He punked out, y'all. He punked out. He punked out, y'all. Ain't else too much to listen to. I just wanted y'all to hear that because I'm not going to be on him too long, so hey, you're going to have to rewind to listen to the beginning of it. All I'm going to tell you is this. He's doing doom and gloom and is getting closer to certain things going on in his life. So don't be surprised. Be advised. All right? For real. No joke. It's no joke, y'all. It's looking real bad for this dude. All right, moving on. We're going to the Capitol right now. We're going to the Capitol situation. What's going on in Washington, D.C., all right? Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Double tap the like button. If you want to support the stream, the Cash App is pinned to the top. You can send a super chat, become a member, whatever the case may be. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, though. I'm looking for the video right now. Give me 1 second. Once I find it, we're going to start. We're going to hear this conservative lady. She's going to talk about it. How much of a coward these Democrats are. These Ibarasi Liberacis. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's go.
We should tell everyone she has a very important meeting in the mornings, which is why we don't see her all the time. But we're happy to have you here, Caroline. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Dana. It's good to see you.
Okay, so it's day 2 of this. I think that it's important just to revisit, even though I know you've done it elsewhere, the claims that Democrats are making here. Watch.
They're lying. They're just outright lying.
That is a bold-faced lie, and it really shows how desperate they are.
This is also an outright lie. There is nothing in anything that we have proposed that is trying to change that law.
They make up lies, absolute lies. They say, oh, what they're fighting to do is prevent, say, illegal immigrants from getting federal health care dollars. That is a damn lie.
I feel like they've walked into a bit of a trap, because your point is that if they were to make these changes, it would allow states to use federal dollars to help give illegal immigrants health care.
Based on the receipts, the Republicans have them to where they're going to have to either convey, or the people are going to look at these Ibarasi Democrats and going to be spewing on them to the point they're going to have to do the right thing for the people, by the people, because they're already on a loose end. They don't even care about the people. They're not hiding it anymore. They're basically saying to the American people, we don't care about your situation, your well-being. We're going to be miserable. Everybody's going to be miserable. This is crazy, y'all. Let's go.
Go.
Yes, that's exactly right, Dana. In fact, I have the Democrat proposed continuing resolution right here, where you can read in the text a provision that would remove the provision that Republicans passed in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill to ensure that illegal aliens in our country cannot receive Medicaid and taxpayer-funded health care benefits. That was happening under the Biden administrations, and the Democrats endorsed it, encouraged it, and vocally supported it. Joe Biden and the Democrats allowed millions and millions of illegal aliens into our country. They paroled them into the country. They gave them a Band-Aid called temporary protective status. They completely abused our immigration system. And then those illegal aliens were...
She's absolutely correct. And they turned a blind eye. Now that it's getting real, they want to destroy you for speaking up what's truth.
Receiving the taxpayer-funded health care benefits of hardworking American taxpayers. That's why wait times at hospitals went through the roof under the Biden administration, and that's why the Trump administration and President Donald Trump immediately fixed this and changed it into law with the One Big Beautiful Bill. And now Democrats, rather than just passing a clean continuing resolution to keep the government funded, which is what the president and Republicans want, they submitted a continuing resolution that puts this poison pill back into law. That's what they want to do. And it's completely unacceptable. President Trump ran on the promise to end taxpayer-funded benefits going to illegal aliens. And tens of millions of Americans across the country voted him back to this beautiful White House to implement that promise, and he did. And now Democrats want to undo it. And they are holding our country hostage. They are holding the American people hostage for this
Right. They are holding the American people hostage. They are. They don't even care for the average person. Yet they claim on paper, they claim by talking with no action behind it that they care.
Wildly unpopular proposal to give taxpayer-funded benefits to illegals, and now they're lying about it, and they know it.
On that argument, 90 minutes ago, Jeanne Shaheen, the Democratic senator from your home state of New Hampshire, was here on Fox and said that's all, that argument's a red herring. That was her position when it was put to her. She's also one of 7 Democratic senators listed today in Axios who could defect or crack. Has the White House or leading Republicans heard from any of those 7 that would get you to a number that would be able to end the shutdown?
Well, as the vice president said at the White House press briefing yesterday, he and our legislative affairs shop and the president himself continue to be in very important discussions with these moderate Democrats and also with our allies, Senate Republicans, who have good relationships with these moderates. And they know what the right thing to do is. They just lack the courage to do it. But they need to step up and they need to vote for this clean continuing resolution to keep the government open that they voted for as recently as March, that they voted for 13 times previously in the past. So there is zero excuse for them to shut down our government right now, and they know it. And very soon, the American people and their constituents back home in states from New Hampshire to Nevada to Arizona to Florida are going to start feeling the pinch of this Democrat-led shutdown. We have millions of troops who are currently going without pay. We have women, children, and infants who cannot apply for a very important WIC program.
You hear that? You hear that? Listen.
For that critical food and life assistance. And you also look at air traffic controllers who are now having to work without pay. These are critical consequences, and it's the Democrats' fault. And they have a chance to reverse course, and they should.
Somebody earlier on our program said that Russell Vought went ahead and signed off so that every military member does get pay. But are you saying that they're working now without?
Well, we are certainly looking into how we can fix this problem. And look, we have $0 coming into the federal government right now because the Democrats shut it down. So what Russ Vought is working diligently on is examining how we can fix this mess to ensure that critical funding continues, that we can get people paid. But the Democrats are making that very difficult. And that's why the president put out a statement this morning saying that we're going to start looking across the board at layoffs and at agencies that we feel do not best serve the American taxpayer that may need to be halted or permanently cut.
So on,
you see, this is the reason why you vote blue. You set yourself backwards. You believe in this Ibarasi ideology. You set yourself backwards. And you know what's the crazy thing, y'all? You got a lot of men, quote unquote, black men, who want to see this country go down so bad. You got a lot of them calling Trump the dictator. All of us saying, how's he a dictator? Give me receipts that Trump is a dictator, because he's not a dictator. He cares about his people. He cares about the country. And he wants to see America great. A lot of these people, they don't want to see America great, because it's going to expose who they are as a man. And the women going to wake up and look and look and look and say, oh no, this is not what I signed up for. And she's going to realize that this man she supposed to look up to ain't the man that he ought to be. Let's continue. Let's go.
That I wanted to ask you about that because he mentioned Russ Vought in that. I think that came out about 8 o'clock this morning about cutting certain programs that they deem are not necessary. Is that real, or is that a negotiating tactic?
Oh, it's very real. And the Democrats should know that they put the White House and the president in this position. And if they don't want further harm on their constituents back home, then they need to reopen the government. It's very simple. Pass the clean continuing resolution, and all of this goes away. We would not be having these discussions here at the White House today if not for the Democrats voting to shut the government down. This is an unfortunate consequence, and the president and Russ Vought will be meeting on that later today.
How much do you think this has to do with the personal politics of the upcoming race here in New York for Senator Chuck Schumer, who could be facing?
He might be no more the senator of New York. I don't know who is up against him. They might mention a name. I don't see him being the Senate. They may lose that important seat. Let's see what happens.
Seen a primary from somebody like AOC or maybe somebody else who just wants to challenge the generational divide.
Well, look, I can't speak for Senator Schumer, nor do I want to be tasked with that. But I do believe politics is very much at play here, and I think that's deeply unfortunate. Because if you look at the polling, a recent New York Times poll, for example, 2 in 3 Americans across the country want the government to be open, and that includes New Yorkers in his own state who are now suffering as a result of the shutdown that Senator Schumer is leading.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. She getting straight to the point. Let's go.
last question on this. Do you brief today? And if you do, will the vice president be with you again?
Not today, but I'm very grateful for the vice president's time yesterday, and I know he's continuing to work very hard alongside the president and our entire team to try and get this government back open.
Okay, but are you briefing today?
No briefing today, but I'll see you tomorrow.
I want to move to different matters here. There's a report in the Wall Street Journal the president's willing.
He has interest in this lady. That's why he asked her that question. He wants to know what she's getting into. You know, he's into her. It's obvious. It's not about the work when it comes to asking those personal questions. Let's continue.
To give intelligence to the Ukrainian military to hit deep inside Russia. Has that happened yet?
Well, look, we don't comment on classified intelligence matters. It's just not something we do publicly. It would be irresponsible of me to do that here. However, I know the president has made it very clear that we are going to continue to sell weapons to NATO, so NATO can provide those weapons to Ukraine. The president has extended an incredible amount of time and energy to try and end this war between Russia and Ukraine. He wants to see this war ended. He's made that very clear to both sides of the war, but you need both sides of the war to want it to end as well. And so in the meantime, the president in the United States of America will continue to sell those weapons to NATO.
There's also the waiting game as President Trump announced the 20-point or 21-point plan for Gaza. The world's waiting for Hamas's response. And President Trump had been very clear that if Hamas doesn't take the deal and doesn't provide what is required, like releasing of the hostages, that Israel could go forward. Hamas has been really taking its sweet time. At what point, when they said end of the week, are we getting to a moment where...
That situation is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting situation this upcoming week. We could look into it in due time. We're going to basically hear about it more, probably, you know, because we are in the weekend. Tomorrow is Friday, you know. And yeah, we are basically in the weekend. So this aired not too long ago. So we'll see what happens. Let's go.
Hamas is basically going to walk away from this.
Well, it's a very good question, and it's a red line that the President of the United States is going to have to draw, and I'm confident that he will. But the President and his team worked very hard on this 20-point comprehensive, detailed plan that has been applauded all over the world. Literally, everyone in the world supports this plan. Israel has accepted it. Of course, we had Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House doing that this week. We've seen Arab and Muslim countries accepting and applauding the plan. All of our European allies have said that the president and his team are doing the right thing. This is an acceptable plan, and we hope and we expect Hamas should accept this plan so we can move forward with a more peaceful and prosperous Middle East, just like we did in President Trump's first term.
Deadline is this weekend. We'll see what they say. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Well, they won't admit that on the other stations. When Trump was in office, there was no war for the most part. Now, there's things going on. Yeah, sure. We talk about sin going against the righteous, nation against nation. The righteous nation against the evil of their nation. The kingdom that's moving righteously against the wicked kingdom that's not moving righteously. That's the war that's going on out here. And so with that said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show. You know, make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. My final analysis on this shutdown, I don't think it's going to go past Monday. Time will tell. The earliest I say is tomorrow. The latest, probably Monday, they'll come to their senses for whatever reason. Because when it starts affecting the Ibarasi's pockets, see, the thing is, these Ibarasis it's not affecting them yet. When the constituents of their state starts to unravel, that's when they're going to want to do it. Because, you know, they're trying to get people to do things that could get you locked up. So my advice is stay put, chill out, let the storm pass through with these Dibarasis, and everything will be back to normal before you know it. So, moderators, appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. Just going straight to the point, you know. Appreciate it. We got 24 people in the building. Just double tap the like button on your way in. Rewind the video back. See what I talk about. If you subscribe to the channel, thank you so much. Let's see if we got any subscribers. Let me check right now. We got some subscribers. We got a few subscribers. I appreciate the few subscribers that subscribe to the channel. More information, more detail about the shutdown, what's going on in these particular cities. Y'all be safe out there. And to New Broke, New Smoke, New Dad, New Zombie, you're an evil doer, an evil snob. That's what you are. People, you can't take that dude serious. I'll holler at you on the next one, bro.